Welcome, beautiful Leo, to your Love and Passion reading for January 2020. There are a lot of high vibrating energies kicking off this new decade. We were swimming in them in the lead up to 2020, so 2019 was a very big, long, demanding year for a lot of us. And Leo, you are no exception in that Spirit wanted to bring a lot of cards here today, lots of messages for you, and that's been the case for all the readings I've done so far for this month. So here we go. Along the top deck are your overall energies for the whole month. You have Antelope, Swan and Deer. And then to take you in approximately weekly intervals through the month, although it doesn't always work out that way, we have the Seven of Cups with the Nine of Swords. Second week, the Magician. The third week, Justice. And the Six of Wands wanted to show itself as well. And the fourth week, the Seven of Swords. Okay, so there's a lot of divine intervention at play here this month for you, Leo. First of all, we have the Antelope. Antelope is the totem animal for the medicine of action, but it's asking you to act not from a place of ego, but from a place of your soul. It's soul-led, not ego-led action. And so it's just reminding you, Leo, that the power is in you to do whatever you need to do. The power, in fact, is you. And this card is saying, do it now. Don't wait any longer. So I think perhaps there's been something you've been mulling about, waiting on, procrastinating maybe, needed a lot of patience. Like I was saying, last year was a big year for going through a lot of personal growth and learning a lot of new things about ourselves, and it was hard and it was tough, and you know, you've got no need to be fearful. You can do this and do it now. The time is now. The power is you. And it's a 3 and a 7. 3 plus 7 makes a 10. This is the end of a big cycle for you and the beginning of a brand new one. And you have, these two cards came out together. You have the Grace. This is soul-led, not ego-led action and knowledge that you are a physical body in a spiritual body. We are all connected with Spirit, Source, the Divine, God, One Consciousness, whatever you call it. And I've also been drawn to this twinning here, this mirroring of these two swans. I think there's some twinning going on here for you, Leo, which is meaning twin flames, soulmates. There's a big message coming in here for you. And with the deer is all about melting hearts with your gentleness. So I think what Spirit is trying to say with these three cards coming together is you are in a position where you are working from your spiritual energy. You've dropped your ego. You know that that's not the way to live, and no need to live in our egos. It's just a falsehood of childhood behaviours that still sit in us to adulthood to try and keep us safe. It's an illusion. It's not the real us. You are the epitome of grace, which is the totem medicine of the swan. But yet you need to act, but with gentleness, and you need to act now. with the gentleness, with power, in a good way, but epitomise the gentleness of the deer and melt those hearts. The beginning of January specifically, you might have some choices to make in your love life. Cups energy, sevens. You've got 2 sevens in this spread. Sevens are all about fate and destiny and changes, actually. Changes sweeping in. Turning points. So you may have a number of different options to choose. Well, that's okay. Just don't have sleepless nights over it. You don't need to. Your worries are largely unfounded. And, you know, come into the element of grace. Look at this from a higher perspective. So meditate or go into nature or do whatever you need to do to just calm your mind. Listen to your heart. Cups energy is all about heart. Sword is all about the head. Get out of your head. That's not needed, that energy, is it? Get into your heart. What does your heart feel about this situation, this love, this lover, where you're thinking of stepping into, choices you're deciding on making? Because you're manifesting it. Here is the Magician, just to show that, loud and clear. Got the infinity symbol. This is destined, this is fate. This is, again, the twinning that I was saying about with the swan. Twin flames, this is my symbol of twin flames, certainly soulmates. So here it is. This is a really important choice or decision you're making here. Listen to your inner self. You have all the tools to manifest this. In fact, you already are manifesting this because you are leading a soul-led existence and you've killed off your ego, Leo, which is wonderful. Justice will be yours. Now, in this deck, the Tarot of Sexual Magic, it talks about meeting, and it talks about to obtain love, you must give something in return. Can you see the scales of balance here? Maybe you felt unworthy of obtaining love. Maybe you felt unworthy of being able to receive love for some reason, and again it's going to be due to childhood baggage that no longer serves you, that isn't at all relevant to you now as a beautiful spiritual being. So you have to learn the errors of the past, learn about yourself. The Enneagram is a brilliant tool I use. That's spelled E-N-N-E-A-G-R-A-M, Enneagram. Have a look online. It's a self-knowledge tool. You're learning about yourself and why you have these bits of baggage and these old worries and how you can clear them so that you can move out of your ego and into your soul led life. And maybe some of you just need to just do a little bit of work on that. But essentially, look, the Six of Wands wanted to come out with this card, which is the card of victory and success. So this is yours to have, Leo. This Six of Wands just talks a little bit about a bit of toing and froing, which again is a twin flame sort of energy, where one's sort of running towards the other, and then it swaps, and you go to and fro and to and fro. It talks about growing closer, growing apart, deluding, confirming. Every game of pleasure must end, and doubts must be dispelled. Dispel the doubts about whether you're worthy and whether this person is worthy to have. They are. You have earned it. You are a beautiful being, Leo. And then I think by the end of the month, you're making your decisions and you are walking away from an old part of your life that no longer serves you. This is guided by the divine. This is fate and destiny. And you're taking those swords and you're turning your back on your old life and moving into a beautiful new life. But you need to take action in this. Maybe here is where you need to take action in just getting rid of any doubts of worthiness, making the choices from your heart, not your mind or your ego, taking action where you need to, and remember, do it with kindness and gentleness, the gentleness of that beautiful deer. Leo, what an amazing reading. Thank you so much for all your support, for your subscriptions, for liking my videos, for commenting. There's lots of beautiful energy around, and we're all reaching for the light. And this is no exception, this reading, because this is bringing you into sacred union with your partner, which will raise the vibration and the light on this planet, which is desperately needed. So I hope you have an amazing January, Leo. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you love, light and fire. Until next time.